Howdy, welcome in everyone. Good morning, or night, or day, whatever it may be for you personally. I have just woken up from sleeping, and you can see the hairstyle goes with it. It's a nice protective style. I am very excited for you all to be joining me today, as I am just going to do my pretty much everyday makeup. This is a very light look. I don't prefer to wear full face of makeup all the time, especially in the summer. I think it can get a little stifling. And now we have our micellar water here. Our micellar water. Our micellar water. I always start with this anytime I'm doing anything skincare related. So makeup, my actual skincare routine, anything like that. I use micellar water first because it can be really, really great for cleansing the skin. It feels very refreshing after a night's rest. So we're beginning with just putting a little bit of our unscented micellar water on that cotton pad and taking that all over the face. I tend to try and cleanse in fashions that lift the skin after just kind of moving it around like crazy, because you do need to cleanse, but it's nice to give yourself that nice therapeutic lifting motion. Then, after gently cleansing my skin of whatever oils may have arisen in the night, normally I wait to dry it. However, this is a video, we need to make things happen quickly. So I just gently grabbed my fan and began to fan any of the leftover micellar water that's on the face. It can help it absorb faster. And now we are closing up the fan. This one I've had for quite a long time. I don't even remember where I got it from, but it's always been my makeup fan. Now I have my favorite moisturizer. It's water-based, and it's, I believe, Korean skincare, yes. It has a water base. It is super hydrating. I believe it's vegan and cruelty-free as well. There's the stickers. And they send them with stickers that you get to decorate with. It is really great if you, like me, have a little bit more oily skin and don't like a super heavy moisturizer on your skin. It absorbs quickly. It doesn't feel oily for long amounts of times, but it is super, super moisturizing, which is great. Here we are applying. It's also a great base for makeup because it doesn't go on particularly oily. Now, if you do have more dry skin, this probably won't do as much for you as it has for me. But if you're like me, with slightly oily skin, this is a real lifesaver. I think I just got it off of Amazon, and it was pretty cheap, actually. I am just about at the end of my bottle, though, so I'm probably gonna have to buy some more soon. You can see I like to apply in, like, batches, I guess. I feel like all too often I tend to put, if I'm using like a whole big glob, I put it in one section of my face and I have a tough time moving it around to the others. So I do one cheek, the other cheek, chin, and then forehead. And now that is our skincare done, you can see that my skin gets very red when I mess with it. I have a little bit of hyperpigmentation. So whenever I'm applying anything to the skin, usually my cheeks get flushed, which is why I like to do an actual daily, very light covering of foundation, because anything happens and my skin is disrupted. And that just helps it to absorb if it hasn't yet already. And now we're ready to get on to the actual makeup. The sleeves are rolling up, which means it's time for business. Now normally, this is how I sleep with my hair in braids. It's really, really great to avoid breakage in the night and all of that sort of thing. But if I'm normally putting on makeup, I do put on a little headband if it's not pulled back already. Now this is a BB cream that is anti-redness, so it actually goes on green. I really, really like it. It helps a lot with my redness, and it does equal out to a nice, more yellow toned, which is great for your summer color. Personally, I have a lot of pink undertones, which is why I tend to keep my hair in that zone, actually. But this can be really, really great to sort of even it out and add a nice sun-kissed look. It also feels completely weightless on the skin, and it begins to turn yellow when you moisturize it into the skin and the little beads break. So it goes from green to a more pale skin tone color. This wouldn't work for everyone, sadly, but I did have it advertised to me by a person that I think was Mexican like me. However, she definitely looked more Mexican. So I think it definitely works for a wide range, but it definitely also would not work for everyone. But for my pale girlies who hit the hyperpigmentation, this was a huge lifesaver to me. So here you can see I mainly stick to applying it to just my cheek area. That is where you tend to get the most sun. But in order to equal it out, I put it on my chin as well. And usually a little bit down my neck to blend if I haven't got much sun this summer. And I haven't, because I'm taking a full load of courses and also working an internship. So it's been busy, but I haven't been out in the sun very much. Here I am just applying a little bit to the rest of the points in my skin that are most likely to get a little bit of sun. Excuse me, the cat has arrived. Alrighty, so we have returned. The cat has been appeased with his neck, and now we are applying a little bit of the same product to the neck just to help it blend down a little bit. I'm hoping there'll be a last couple bit of sun rays for me to get a little bit tan. Seemed like I wasn't a shut-in the whole summer, but we'll see. Now I have my Tarte color corrector. This is really great if you, like me, have purple coloring under your eyes that you would like to color correct so that you don't look as tired. Now, personally, this is a pretty solid match to what my concealer color would probably be regularly. But Tarte does have a bunch of different color correctors, so depending on what you're looking for, they can probably offer a color for you. I know they at least have pink also saw an orange and a yellow. You'd have to look up a chart for all of the color theory. Sadly, I don't know that much about it, but I do know that both pink and red cancel out the darkness that can appear under your eyes. Sometimes I bring this down a little farther down my face if I've placed a little bit too much yellow, but we're kind of bringing back a little bit of my pink undertones with this. And now we are continuing to highlight here. You may notice that I apply everything with my hands. I have a myriad of brushes, and whenever I'm doing a proper, full, caked face of makeup, I use my beauty blender and brushes, but when I'm going for that more natural, weightless summer look, I tend to use my hands. I just feel like it absorbs the best into the skin and makes sure to get in all those little crevices, and when I'm going for a more natural look anyway, I don't usually want it to be completely airbrushed. So this is a hands-only tutorial. And here we have an excellent little blush. My mother picked this up for me, and I don't remember what the brand's called, but I do know that they do a lot of good things for certain causes and charities, and I love their color sticks. I use this for a lot of different uses, normally just to contour my eye a little bit. It is, I think, technically supposed to be a blush, but they do state that you can use it for anything. This is really nice if you're just looking for a little bit more definition in your eye, but not particularly a full eye look. It also does work great as a blush, though I would recommend taking a brush to the actual stick first and then applying with a brush. It can pick up some of the colors underneath because it is a stick. It works best if it's warmed up and dispersed. So it's very subtle, just a nice little bit of shadow. Now we're going to go in and do the other eye. You can see there's not really a ton of rhyme or reason to my blending, just following the natural shape of my eye. And also winging it out a little bit towards the end because I have more round eyes, so I like a little bit more width. It's hard to tell if they're even or not because I am sort of sitting at an angle. But I think we're getting there. I think past me thinks we're getting there too. Now I'm using it as a little bit of a contour. Because this is such a natural shade, it can look really nice set in almost any point in the face, but you're looking for a little bit of extra definition, whether that be blush, contour, eyeshadow, a lip product. But I like using it as a little bit of contour just to keep it very, very natural and light and monotoned. And now I'm putting a little on you. Alright, let's see what's next. I think we're doing either brows or eyes, but I think I went in a little bit of a weird order. No, actually, I think we're just rummaging. Getting everything set out. I do still keep my makeup all in a plastic freezer bag all of my daily stuff. I don't know why. I go traveling like once every 2 years, and then when I do, I just have my daily makeup ready to go that I can pick up and throw into anything that I'm taking with me. For my more extensive collection, I have it kept in a little container, all organized and nice, but my daily stuff's just in a bag. Oh, we are doing our brows next. This is a really great product. I love ColourPop, but I hadn't really experimented too much with any of their products really outside of eyeshadow until recently, where I received this. I think is a free gift, and I think I got to pick the color, but I love it. It's a really great brow hold. Keeps your brows in place, makes them look a little fuller, but it doesn't feel super crunchy, which is nice. Now, in the same way that when you're in a class and someone asks you to share something about yourself and suddenly you don't remember anything you like, I've never had this much of a problem with my brows before until turning on the camera, and now they're going a million different directions and they look super different, and I'm not happy with them. My eyebrows are in slightly different places in my face. I'm a little crooked, but I think there's something I did today that made them look exceedingly so. And now we are doing some freckles. Now this is something that is completely optional. I cover up all my freckles because of where I have to put my little bit of BB cream. This is the Freck XL product, and I love it, but it's really expensive. So I think there are probably better, cheaper options out there. It's like $35 for that tiny tube. Which, to be fair, I didn't know how tiny it was before I bought it. I was just looking at the box, and then I slipped it down and I was like, oh. But I do like to add them back in at this point, add a little bit of definition, a little bit extra near my nose. But I think freckles are really cute. I've been redrawing mine on for a very long time, and then it got really popular, and I was so excited because people weren't going to be thinking I was weird for it anymore. And next, for some reason, we are lining the lips. I don't know why I decided to do this after freckles today. Normally I do this last. But for some reason, camera's on. I don't know how to exist anymore in the way that I normally do. This is a great color for me personally. It's very, very close to my natural lip color, and I just like adding a little bit of extra definition. Nothing crazy, but just a little bit. Now I'm using my favorite product, the NYX Butter Gloss. This is easily my favorite lip product that I've ever used. It looks great when you just blot it on like I am here, but it also looks great as a full coverage gloss. It's totally moisturizing, it smells great, and all of them are named after desserts, which I think is very fun. But if you're looking for an everyday lip product, I'd super recommend this one. It's nice when you wear it light. That's my favorite way. And now I believe we should be circling back to eye makeup, which isn't going to be anything crazy. I love my dramatic eyeliners as much as everyone else. You can see some of my looks on Instagram. They look pretty bad if I do say so myself. But for now, I am just doing mascara that is a slightly cursed. You can see like the shape of my eyeball. I'm trying to look down to make it less weird, but I don't think it's helping. Curling my eyelashes tend to count to 40 really fast, and that is my like lucky number. It doesn't do anything crazy without mascara. And today, because I had just cleaned my lashes off this morning, my mascara clumps up pretty bad, but normally this one's pretty good about clumping. I just think it's because my lashes had mascara on it overnight that they act a little weird. I don't mind the extra thick, like clumpy lashes from camera though. It does tend to pick up better than the very, very fine ones. Here we are doing the underlashes. I think I look really strange without any mascara underneath, so I always put a little bit on. Nothing crazy, but enough. And now we're going to do my other eye. You can see I tend to focus the mascara to the ends of my eyes because I want them to be a little wider. And now we're sitting there, super cursed again. Please appreciate how round my eyeball is. Eyelash curlers are kind of a little scary for me personally. I need to use it, but I can't ever use it without being scared that something's going to startle me and I'm going to pull out all of my eyelashes. So luckily that didn't happen this time. I always go back in. The nice thing about using the eye pigmentation that's a little more sort of, it's not as powdery, is that I can go in really easily with a Q-tip after doing my mascara and clean up all the little dots of mascara that get on my eyelid while doing this terrible, horrible, awful job of putting on mascara. I feel like I've lost any chance of being sponsored by them based on how god-awful this mascara application is. I swear, the mascara is great. I love their travel size too. It comes with a ton of product and it's nice and small. So I can take it with me anywhere, put it in my purse or anything like that. I do occasionally like to make the outer lashes at the bottom lid a little darker. I think it can sort of do a nice job at reminding where the end of the eye is when you're super pale like me, and your entire face can possibly look like an eyeball. Here we are trying to fix it. It doesn't really work. Just leave it alone, it's fine. This is when I notice that there's a little speck on the thing. So certainly a spidery lash look today. Normally it's better, but we're going with it. Here we are, taking out all my braids that I slept in. I didn't really realize the importance of protective hairstyles until I started dyeing my hair fun colors and bleaching my hair, because it really is so nice to wake up with like perfect hair in the morning. And though I still like finger brush through it and such, it's nice and safe and absorbs all the products. And here is the finished look. This is my daily summer makeup. Oh wait. We're still trying to fix the eyebrow. It looks completely fine. It looks totally normal. No one's looking at it. It's fine. There we go. I think we're happy with it now. But it's very light, very not heavy. Looks relatively natural, but cute. And now you can see it in just inside light with the dots cleaned off my eyelids. Thank you for being here. And I will see